Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios on this 08.06.2028. And Jack is messing up my thing here, Jack. What do you want? You want the window open here? There we go. So we can get down in this window. We'll take a little noise here. Current time is 0608 a.m. Eastern time here in upstate New York, the southern tier of upstate New York where I live and reside on this Wednesday morning, middle of the week, hump day. And I'm Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here on Rumble Studios, as well as at Fireman Rich over there on X, my mainstay for all these fine social media platforms. And we are broadcasting to 7 live streaming platforms, as you can see up here. Currently, we have 2 on Rumble, 1 on Locals. Nobody on YouTube yet. 1 person over there on Twitch, and nobody on Facebook. The 2 down here, X, that number doesn't come in, or the chain link there, that's to RTMP to Kick. And comments won't come on these 2 as well. The number will come in on Facebook, but not the comments. So we're on those platforms, and we're on a host of other ones. Just Google at Fireman Rich, and you'll see where I'm at. And right out of the gate there, Double J's, thank you very much, my friend. Good morning, sir. Good morning. Notifications on point. Got them all on all the platforms. Very good, sir. Thank you very much. Glad to hear that. The notifications are working, and I hope you're having a good week thus far as we're working towards the weekend. And we have Tony D. Tony D's first coming in. He's checking out the YouTube, and then he gives us a salute, a positive start to the day, hashtag positive start to the day, and a good morning to the missus. Good morning, all. Okay. And Tony saying good morning to Double J's, and Double J's saying to Tony, hey, good morning. And we're getting our day started here. We're getting the day started with special guest star, as always, is the morning coffee, as far as that goes. Oh my God, that's good. That is good. You can see I got the windows open, but I also have the hoodie on here. What do we got? We got a kitty cat out there? Let me check. Oh, we got the orange cat out here. Oh, okay. That's why the cats. We got like 3 stray cats that are running outside there. There's a gray one and 2 orange ones. There's an orange one's underneath the tree there. But we do have the morning coffee here. Oh my God, that's good. That is good. For a hashtag positive start to the day, hashtag PSTTD. And what is this stuff? Oh, that's just some Twitch stuff. We've got Twitch on the big screen here. And let's see, like I said, we have, let's see, I've got Rumble, Locals, YouTube, Twitch. It is those 1, 2, 3, 4. Those comments come in, and then for Facebook Live, let's go to Facebook Live. Facebook Live, the comments don't come in, and if Tony's here, that means he has placed a posting or comment, if you will. Well, I got to go to Fireman Rich, not the public or private. Go to the public one, Rich. The real Fireman Rich on Facebook here, and let's see. There it is, and there's Tony. The comment worked there on Facebook, but it doesn't come in, Tony. So. But the number did, I guess. It might have popped in and out. And then we have X Live. Let's see what's over on X Live there. We have to manually go over to them. And let's see. We have currently 2 people over there. Good morning to the 2 folks over on X Live. And then Kick, our 7th live stream platform. We just do it for kicks. There's nobody over there as yet. We've had at least 2 people over there on a regular basis. So we are getting the replays over there. So there's some manual stuff you have to do as a live streamer. And as Double J says, all alerts came on. That's because I manually input them, and then just before I hit that go live button, I post them out to let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9 other platforms, and that's not counting these up here, folks. We're on a whole host of other ones, and then we repurpose the audio over there on Spotify for creators at Fireman Rich over on Spotify, and Spotify they pump it out to 9 different audio platforms, audio podcasting platforms there. So we're all over the internet stuff. So we have a network in a sense that we utilize here to get this broadcast out. And we do some other things there as far as live streaming and all that on the gaming side. And but we are getting our day started. And as you can see, the windows are open, so it's pretty cool. But it's cool to wear. I got to wear a hoodie. It's currently 61 degrees Fahrenheit. It was pretty nice yesterday. I went for a walk. We do have the smoke from the wildland fires, the air quality. Let's go ahead and go right into the air. Yeah, there is an air quality alert going on. Okay, so it did pop up today. We do have a continuation of the air quality. So we're going to be shutting these windows probably right around 9 o'clock or so. But we have an air quality alert. Let me get the air quality meter here. This is here in the southern tier of upstate New York, but I think it's throughout the state, this air quality alert. Let's see, where is it? I did this yesterday because this is becoming, we don't have the, yellow day that we had last week. Oh, it's down a little bit. Okay, it was up a little higher yesterday on the chart, on the meter. Let's go ahead and bring this meter up here. Let's see, we got to go to present, so we got to turn that off. Present, and so there's the air quality currently. Air quality alert in effect until midnight Eastern Daylight Saving Time, EDT, tonight. The New York State Department of Environmental Conservation, that's who's issuing the alert here in New York State, has issued an air quality health advisory for fire particles. All the fire creates a lot of small particles, and that's thus the case there with all those wildland fires up in Canada that they're contending with. Air quality levels in outdoor air are predicted to be greater than the air quality index value of 100. As you can see, it was a little higher. It was like halfway through the orange yesterday, so that means it's subsiding a little bit from yesterday. The air quality index, or AQI, was created as an easy way to correlate levels of different pollutants to one scale. The higher the AQI value, the greater the health concerns. And I've seen it as high as going up into that dark maroon purple off to the right. You know, it's been as high as 300 and stuff. That was about a year and a half ago. That's when we had those yellow days. We had a yellow day. I mean, the smoke was so heavy. And this is from, the wildland fires from where I'm at. That's over 1,000 miles away. It's up north, way up north in Canada. But just the way the trade winds are coming and stuff like that. But let's see. Oh, let me see here. Double J says, it will go up later in the day for sure. No, not that much. It usually stays right around that level. This is through the advisory. It's not like the temperature, Double J's. They usually predict that, and that's where it's standing right now as far as that goes. And but air quality levels, the air qualities. Yeah, when levels are high, they're predicting pollutants are high, and I think they put it at the highest level for the whole alert. So it'll probably stay. That's probably right now. It's not. I don't think it's at that level right now, but in the afternoon, I think they put it up at whatever the highest level is for the day. When pollutant levels are elevated, the New York State Department of Health recommends that individuals consider limiting strenuous outdoor physical activity, reducing the risk of adverse health effect. People may be especially sensitive to the effects of the elevated levels of pollutant, including the very young and those with pre-existing respiratory problems such as asthma, heart disease. Those with symptoms should consider consulting their physician. In addition, information, please visit the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation webpage at what is that? on.newyork.gov/New York AQI, or call the air quality hotline. Well, right here is the air quality for the government, and that's where we're standing right now. And it's pretty bad up in up there in where Liberty is at. She's up there in Buffalo. She's a she's a person that views the broadcast here on the Rumble side, and contributor in the chat there. And she has indicated the other day, I think was it last week or Monday? It's pretty bad up there along the counties that border the western part and along the St. Lawrence River and over up around the Adirondacks. It's pretty bad up there as far as that goes. And to give you the idea, the extent of this, they do have a map. Here's the map. This is the map right here as far as that goes. And you can see that's, we're in the orange. We're down here in, well, we're right. It's half. I'm on the half that has the orange right now. But if we go just 5 miles, it's in the yellow here as far as, it's right there on the half there. So the orange is bad. The yellow is okay, but you can see there's pockets. And then way up north, we got a couple red. They said the air quality out there, I guess this Michigan was in the red. The only place that had better or had worse air quality was Baghdad, Iraq, as far as that goes. So there's a lot of wildland fires up here, and all this smoke is coming down. This right here is being generated by our wildland fires that are right here in this country. Oh, they got wildland fires out in Kansas. That's bad right there. So that's where the known wildland fires are at in the United States. So all the timberlands up here, they're on fire, and that's what's causing it. I guess it's probably right around this area right here is generating it, and it just swings out into the Northeast. So there's our air quality report there. That it's a little bit better. I went for a walk yesterday morning, and then I could see it as the sun broke out. Usually it's real clear, but there was a constant haze, so you could see it lightly. And it got up to 86, 87 yesterday. So if you went outside, my sense of smell isn't that great anymore, but the missus, she could smell it as far as that goes. So it's just one of those things we got to contend with as far as that goes. I almost think we've had this in the past, but we never really realize it because we're more touchy-feely about the environment now with some groups as far as that goes, and which we should be aware of our weather patterns and stuff like that. But they're constant weather patterns that have been going on for hundreds of years, if not thousands of years, as far as that goes. So let's see. Let me get back. But we're currently at 61 degrees Fahrenheit, which equates to 16 degrees Celsius right now. So I'll be going for a walk. I'm doing pretty good. I went for a walk Monday, went for a walk Tuesday. We'll be going for a walk today, and getting that consistency back there because it's not that hot out. When it was really hot, I just said, screw it. I'm staying indoors in the air conditioning and stuff like that. And it hasn't really affected me. So the walks are going good so far this week. And let's see, Weather overall for today is going to be cloudy, of course, areas of smoke, reduced visibility at times, and so it's going to be cloudy because of the smoke. So that could affect the viewing of. I guess there's an asteroid. What the hell is this? I got this. I guess there's an asteroid. What's going on? That fell out now. My earbuds are falling out here. I got earbuds so I can listen to the spot check the audio and stuff like that. So, but what is it? There's supposed to be an viewing of the asteroid. I'm not sure which one it is, but they're supposed to be very visible. But we won't be seeing it here in New York State because of the smoke from the fire. But areas of smoke, reduced visibility at times. High of 82, so it's a little bit lower than yesterday. It said we got up to 87. I think it says 82. We'll probably be up above 85. Winds out of the southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour, and we have. The sun rose this morning at 6:05 a.m. 6:05 a.m. and that was 24 minutes ago. It's currently 6:24 a.m. So it's 24 or no 20. That'd be 19 minutes. 19 minutes ago, about 20 minutes ago, the sun rose. It rose at 6:05 this morning. a.m. and we'll be setting later this evening at 8:19 p.m. and then it's still daylight for another 45 minutes after that. Our world times and temperatures as I speak, starting in Honolulu, Hawaii at 12:24 a.m. Cloudy skies with a little clearing, 79 degrees Fahrenheit. In Albuquerque, New Mexico, no, back up. Chicago, Illinois. I misread that. Chicago, Illinois at 5:25 a.m. Clear skies, 68 degrees Fahrenheit. In New York City, the jungle, as I call it, the concrete jungle, at 6:25 a.m. It's currently 6:25 a.m. here in upstate New York, the southern tier of upstate New York. Cloudy down there with some with some sunshine popping through, and it's 72 degrees Fahrenheit. And down there in Warner Robins, Georgia, where Tony said salute, coming in, he commented over on Twitch. Down there in Warner Robins, Georgia, 71 degrees Fahrenheit. They're going to have a high of 83 and a low of 71 down there. Partly cloudy. Thank you, Tony, for that. And let's see, going across the pond to London, UK, at 11:26 a.m. Sunny and clear in London. 70 degrees Fahrenheit there in London, England. Down in Milan, Italia, it's mangia time in Italia at 12:26 p.m. 81 degrees Fahrenheit and cloudy, so not bad down there. We have our good friend Double J's here. His home country is India. He's not there in India. He's at an undisclosed location. And let's see this one out here. No, stay down, Buggy. Come on, down here. Come on, stay down there. Jackie's in his window. You got your window. Okay, we got that back up. Let's see. Double J's is at an undisclosed location, and somewhere there in the southern hemisphere. Somewhere. We won't say. Okay, we just. I don't want to know, Double J's. I don't want to know. It's all good fun. I just like saying that, at an undisclosed location. But in Double J's home country of India, in New Delhi right now, currently at 3:57 p.m., we have a temperature 91 degrees Fahrenheit, cloudy with a little sun peeking out. And down on the west coast of India, there in Mumbai at 3:57 p.m. also, cloudy skies with a little sun also, 84 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're moving to, let's see, where, Buggy, get it. Come on, get it. I got Jack all over the place here. Come on, Jack, here. Stay right there. I got Bug chasing Jack here, so I'm contented with you. Go. You get up here. Come on up here. You can stay up here, okay? You stay right there. Okay? Good girl. Okay. Okay, let's get back to the Kuala Lumpur at 6:28 p.m. Sunny and clear. uh, 82 degrees Fahrenheit. You know, when you get the cats, you gotta take care of them and stuff like that. So okay, she's laying down. She likes chasing Jack. Jack just doesn't like to be chased. Okay, he's getting down. He's getting out of here. Okay, he's had enough. Let's see. In Tokyo, Japan, currently at 7:28 p.m. Cloudy skies in Tokyo, 90 degrees Fahrenheit in their evening time at 7:28. Down under on the great continent and in the great country of Australia, great friends and allies to the United States, which I do truly appreciate. In Melbourne at 8:28 p.m. Currently, it's cloudy skies, 52 degrees Fahrenheit, and in um, Sydney, Australia, at 8:29 p.m. currently, clear skies, 55 degrees Fahrenheit, and those are world times and temperatures as I speak. So I do have something of interest also that came in last night. Well, actually came in yesterday at dinner time, but I didn't read it until I got up from my evening nap that I did um, on the on the sofa there after dinner and stuff. I was going to broadcast last night, but it just didn't work out. I got a email from Hal Massa. He's a broadcaster. He'll be coming on in about 30 minutes, I think, because Jim Figerty is Liam is on right now. But Hal Massa is out there in Michigan. He gave me an update on Tina. Tina right now, without going into any real particular, she's still taking care of her health issues. She's in rehab. Um, uh, she's taking care of, I'm not going to go into detail on health things because it's just, Tina probably would say she didn't care, but I'm just going to respect her privacy. But we all know that she was, had some health issues. She's on dialysis 3 times a week, I think it is. And so she has a lot of things going on. So she's being taken care of. And, so she's in limited contact because I'm not sure if she has access to her cell phone again anymore for one reason or the other. I'm not sure particularly. I did get some updates from Hal Massa's. I was watching his replay, but he was kind enough to send me an email yesterday, and I want to say thank you, Hal, right here. Thank you very much. I'm going to be sending him an email after the broadcast here, and but. Let's see. Only occasionally has she felt well enough to speak. She will. So we're just all kind of waiting to see what's next. And any questions, please let me know. And so he's got the inside. There's some people on his broadcast that have actual phone contact. And the number was given out. I didn't want to give her a call and stuff, but I know she'll be watching the replays. And once she does DM me on X, but I think she's got a lot of people asking, and we know about her. She's doing well, but she just has to recover. She's in a recovery state as far as that goes. And again, I want to say thank you to Hal Massa over there on his broadcast. And this was delivered through her daughter. So Hal talked to his daughter, or Hal talked to Tina's daughter, and as far as keeping us up to date, as far as that goes. So I'm getting my sources on Tina being good. She's not just online and stuff, but our thoughts and prayers are with Tina. That's the important thing right now, to let her know, if you're watching this, Tina, on the replay, we are thinking about you. You have not, you won't be forgotten. We look forward to when you come back and stuff like that. And she might have came back maybe a little too early and stuff like that. So she got a lot going on, and we wish her well as far as that goes. So just to let you know that Tina, she's been here almost constantly over the years of me live streaming. So, when you don't see somebody for you, what's going on? And, she has DM'd me in the past via Twitter or X. And like I say, last night, Hal Moss gave me an email on it to let me know. I guess Tina probably told her daughter to say if Hal could get me pass on to me as far as that goes, because like I said, it looks like she's on a limited use, unless it's a landline, which there's, like I said, there's a couple people on Hal's show that knows Tina very well and talk to her on the phone and stuff like that. So sometimes when you're not feeling well, you just, like last night, I just was tired. I said I was going to broadcast. I said, screw it, I'm going to go lay down and stuff. And I was the better of it, because I woke up, stayed up for a little bit, and then I went back to sleep. And I've had a good night's sleep and stuff like that. So your health always comes first as far as that goes. So we wish Tina well, and we hope to see her back here soon. As far as that goes, I wanted to give you a little update when I got it. So because I was surprised, like, who's? Oh, that's Hal. The email I got from him last night, because I've had to have correspondence with him in the past concerning the changes that Prism Live did here recently and stuff. And he's doing it pretty good. He's doing his broadcasts. He's doing 4 broadcasts on 4 different platforms, 30-minute increments for his 2 hours that he's up. He actually expanded. I think he used to be 1 hour a day, but when he's doing 30 minutes and four platforms, I think he does TikTok, Facebook, X Live, and YouTube. And I don't know if he switches it up from that, but that's his schedule every day, 5 days a week. So I catch him a couple times on the replay on the YouTube after I get done here, as far as that goes. The last couple times I've caught him on the replay, I had there was information concerning Tina. So go check out Hal Massa. Let me bring up his Twitch page. Let's see if I can bring up his Twitch page. And give him a follow. He's a good dude. He's a straight arrow. He's one of the good guys, I would say. He's a radio entity. I got great respect for what he does. Let's see, where is Hal? Let's see. Oh, there he is. Okay, here's Hal's.
Saginaw, after word of shootings that left a 1-year-old boy dead and left a 25-year-old man in critical condition.
That's Hal.
Saying that incident happened before 7 last night near Robinwood Avenue and Erie Street. The details.
I'll bring this up. Oh, we got to get through the ads here. Let's see. But let me turn this off here. I got 13 seconds. Okay, we got a commercial up there. Here's Hal's program right now. He got his commercial going on right now. But this is his webpage right here, Hal Mast Talk Show Podcast. He's a radio entity as far as that goes. He broadcasts morning news and traffic for WRSR FM 103.9, The Fox, in Flint, Michigan. He does that from his basement, and he pipes it his basement studio, I should say. And he maintains a chat and live stream for viewers while providing behind the scenes look at radio operations, a glimpse into my other media activities and stuff. And he puts on a pretty good broadcast. So that's him right there as far as that goes. And let me go ahead and refresh this again here.
Raised between
and that's Hal right there.
Levy and AC Dumas, gaining that seat that's been vacant
so
since the death of Quincy Murphy last year. Since then, council's seen numerous 4-4 tie votes.
So right there, he's on the broadcast. He's not live right now. He'll go live. I'm not sure where he's at. He could probably at this point he's not on Twitch yet. He's probably on TikTok still, getting ready to go on. So he's on. So check him out. As far as give him a follow, as far as that goes. And he's a good guy. He's a good guy, and we appreciate him. So thank you, Hal. And with that, yeah, he's a good guy. He's a great guy and stuff. So I always like promoting very good broadcasters, and he is a good broadcaster. He's up there. He gives me something to strive for as far as that goes, along with Jim Figerty on Twitch as well. He's a good guy. He's 82 years old, so they're good. I enjoy their broadcasts, and there's quite a few people I know that come here that are on here. That's how I met Lore from Norway. It was on Jim Figerty's broadcast. So a lot of cross feeds between broadcasters, and I enjoy that. I really do. I do enjoy that as far as interacting with other. I think the other day, our good friend Jim Figerty, Lamb is his real name, but Jim Figerty on Twitch, he was testing out his broadcast, and I was in the chat as far as that goes. And Double J says he's number one fan in MIA and Mia. Lots of Mia, is that a person that's on Twitch there, Double J's? I know he has a lot of people. You probably know a lot of people that go on his broadcasts and stuff like that. He puts on a really good broadcaster. I like listening and checking out good broadcasters. The other crap broadcasters, I don't bother with anymore. You know, those broadcasters that fell from grace, that think they still have something to. What they need to do is clean up their act. That's all they need to do. Okay, so let's see. That was our weather update on Tina. Oh, Tina. I was talking about Tina. Okay, Tina, his number one fan in my. Oh, and Tina. Okay, that's Tina. It's Tina. Yeah, Tina. She's here for the first hour, and then she always says, "See you later." And she used to pop. I said, "No, just if you pop in, I don't care. I don't care." I've had other broadcasters, the sort of middle of the road broadcasters, say, "Oh, you got somebody that comes in there." That's rude. I said, "No, that's your choice, folks. I don't lose any sleep over it. You know, it's all good. You're just spending some of your time to watch this knucklehead. But if you want to go see somebody else, that's fine. That's your choice." There's some broadcasters that don't understand that and stuff. It just, it's just like I don't have control over you. If anything, you got more control over me because you can turn me off and stuff. So, but I just know that over the years, I've been doing this for a number of years. So I'm just talking from my own experience. And my X feed, it says I'm a social media observer, social media enthusiast. I'm fascinated with this, but I observe some things, and I've some at my observations. In some cases, we've got some really crap broadcasters out there that think they're the hottest thing since sliced bread. And they don't realize that they just get away. You don't bring anything to the table and stuff. Sometimes I think, do I bring anything to the table? Well, I got people watching me, so I must be bringing something. And all those other broadcasters that I don't really care for, I guess they have viewers, but that's the viewer's choice. I believe in free choice. So, sometimes I'm thinking, why are they still watching it? But there's other broadcasters, like if you go to my Twitch page, the people that are down on the bottom, I don't know if Hal's one of them. I got to check. I think Hal is one of them. Jim Figerty is, though. And as far as that goes. And so it's all fun stuff. I really get a kick out of this. I get a kick out of using Kick because it's showing that you can go to 7 platforms for nothing using Rumble Studios. And I appreciate Rumble Studios. It just fascinates the hell out of me. Okay, let's get. I'm just getting long-winded here. Let's go ahead and get to the thought for the day. And our thought for the day comes from one of my favorite people. He's no longer here on this earth, but I have some very good friends that met him personally. And I have some the brother of my good friends, who is also currently a bishop at an undisclosed location, knew him also, and that's Pope John Paul II. And I have high regards for him. Full disclosure, I was raised Catholic. I'm not a practicing Catholic. I consider myself a Christian. I lean towards the Catholic Church, okay, even though they had their things that went on in the past. But Pope John Paul II has been my favorite pope. He is a great man. I have high hopes for the current pope, Pope Leo the 14th, I think it is. He's from Chicago. He's an American, so why wouldn't I be enthused about that? I think that's the Catholic, the residual Catholic in me, I guess. But Captain Rehab, hey, good morning. Captain Rehab is here as far. Going back one. Let me see. Going back. That's right. Double J's. She's MIA. Okay, missing an act. I got you now. You see when it's little letters, I'm thinking, what does he mean? Capital. That it just popped out at me. I know what MIA stands for. Believe me, I know exactly what that means. Being prior military and stuff. That as far as that goes. And let's see, Captain Rehab. Good morning, sir. Coming in from the city of brotherly love, and he says, "Good morning." Good morning, Captain Rehab. You missed she gives a blanket all stuff as far as Captain Rehab saying good morning to Mrs. And Double J says, "Do you remember or your catechism?" Not really. I remember going to catechism, confirmation, and what was the other one? There were steps in the Catholic Church because I had parents that we went to church every Sunday, even if I didn't want to. We went to church. Oh, we bugged out there a little bit. But yeah, I remember going to catechism classes, and you had to go through that to receive your first communion and stuff like that. So I do remember that. So I have a strong feeling towards the Catholic Church in some cases because that was a foundation for me as far as a younger person. And though I strayed away from the church and stuff, now I consider, but I never lost faith in the man upstairs. I never lost faith in that. No, it just organized religion. I just took a break, and that's how I feel now. Is it's like I do believe in the man upstairs and stuff. I believe in the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Okay, and that's just but there's other religions, and I just look at religions. You look at all the religions; they're like an orchestra, and there's different instruments and different sections and stuff like that. That represents the difference, different religions. But there's one man upstairs, or whatever entity it is. To me, and that's what I say in free choice. Everybody has a free choice. Some of them are a little whack, but I believe there's a man upstairs. That's my vision. Okay. And, I feel comfortable with saying that. And, oh yeah, that was a big thing. Oh God. Yeah. They all dressed. I mean, that was the first time I ever wore a suit how old was I? I think it was like 5 or 6 years. I remember that. I remember Father Jan. He taught I remember he was old school. You didn't mess with Father Jan, or you got he freaking just like that. That it wasn't just the nuns that racked you on the knuckles. Father Jan did that. God bless you, Father Jan. He was the priest when I was growing up, and so I have high regards for certain people. And Pope John Paul was one of them, and he was head of the Catholic Church and sovereign of the Vatican City state from 16 October 1978. And I was overseas. I was in Italy when he became Pope. I was in Italy when that happened. And that was a big deal over there. That was a very big deal as far as that goes. Till his death in 2005. He was the first non-Italian Pope since Adrian the Sixth in the 16th century, as well as the third longest serving pope in history after Pius the Ninth and St. Peter, as far as that goes. Hey, Big Juice, how you doing? How you doing? No, we haven't had a 100 years ago. We're just doing the thought for the day. I got a little long-winded. I talked about, just to give you an update, Tina, she's doing okay, but she has some side medical issues she's taking care of as far as that goes. I got word from Hal Massa, another broadcaster. So just to let you know, I'm going to write back to Hal Massa that our thoughts and prayers are with Tina, and the line of communications there between broadcasters and stuff to let you all know, because she does come in here and stuff like that. So but glad to have you, Steve. Big Juice coming in from the Buckeye State of Ohio. John Paul, Pope John Paul II's quote and his thought for the day. Yeah, get well, Tina. That's what we want. Yes, we do want Tina. So she's still here in spirit as far as that goes. His quote and our thought for today goes as follows: as the family goes, so goes the nation, and so goes the whole world in which we live. Let me read that again. As the family goes, so goes the nation, and so goes the whole world in which we live. Pope John Paul II. That's his quote and our thought for the day. And it emphasized the critical role, the family as the bedrock. That's your foundation of society. And I can attest to that because growing up, I felt I had a sound foundation in my family with my parents, my brothers and sisters. And that's how I wanted to do it with with the missus and our kids. I always stress family. Family is very important. You may have differences. Believe me, my opinions are completely opposite of my two kids and stuff. But we still family. That's the most important thing. And but it suggests that strength and well-being of a nation and by extension the world are fundamentally linked to the health and sustainability of families, because that's where it all starts. That's where we get our values, our initial values, and as far as that goes. And that's a great quote from Pope John Paul II. As the family goes, so goes the nation, and so goes the whole world in which we live. So we say, God bless and Godspeed, Pope John Paul II. A great pope, a great leader here on this blue marble as well, and we thank him of it. So I'm really keen. I guess the current pope, Leo the 14th, he's traveling. I saw him in the news. I'm not sure exactly where, but he's traveling and stuff like that. Our national day today is. We didn't have any national day yesterday. All four selections sucked. I didn't like any of them. I could have just put one up there, but it's like if I can't get behind the thought or the national day, I just said it's a free day. Make up your own. That's what we needed, you Big Juice. We could have it National Shower Day or something. You would love that one, I think. Let's see. We have a couple of them here. We have National Social Engineering Day. That's a good one. Let's see. That's true. As I think the way some kids are these days, the parents shouldn't be having. I would say in some cases that's true, but not the majority of the cases. Okay, that's like I said, that's up to the. I could mention something like that, my opinion, but the thing is, opinions don't matter. People are going to have kids no matter what, in some cases. So we know there's all certain circumstances and stuff, but hopefully if couples have kids, adopt kids, it's not just having kids. You can adopt kids too. Okay, it goes to that too. That adoption is very important. Let's see. We have National Social Engineering Day. That's okay. National Fresh Breath Day. See, that would have been a good one yesterday. That's how bad they were yesterday. You couldn't even beat over National Fresh Breath Day or National Wiggle Your Toes Day. That would have been a good one. We're going to go with this one. And I know if Tina was here, she loves the thought or the National Day. We're going to go with National Root Beer Float Day. Oh, my God. Who doesn't like a root beer? We got to get some root beer today. It's a vanilla ice cream. It's National Root Beer Float Day. I can go. I don't. Yeah, they have root beer. Yeah, we get that. On August 6th, we celebrate National Root Beer Float Day to tell us to float a scoop of vanilla ice cream in an ice cream mug. I don't know. I guess you could use other kinds, but traditionally it's a vanilla. The classic beverage creates a creamy treat loved by generation. Hashtag National Root Beer Float Day. And I can remember as a kid, we would drive from where I grew up in Appalachian down to Vestal to the Hires Root Beer. Okay, they had a drive-in, Hires Root Beer. They had drive-ins, and we would get a big gallon. It came in a glass container, as far as and we would make root beer floats. That was good. That was good stuff. Also known as a Black Crow, the root beer float got its start back there in Colorado in the mining camp. Frank J. Wesner of Cripple Creek, Colorado, gets the credit for inventing the Black Crow way back in August of 1893. So go out and have a root beer float, folks. That's the national day today, and I want a root beer float right now here for breakfast. Okay, let's see. Big Juice, you're right here for the 100 years ago today. We're going to go ahead and check that out here, and let me get that set up. I forgot to set the page up here. Let me see it here first. Let's see. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, there it is. 100 years ago. Okay. Let's put that one there, and let's go ahead and bring this one up. Yeah, they got an air quality alert until Wednesday. Oh, this is air quality alert until Wednesday, 2:00. So it ends at 2:00. So it must be getting light out there. No, you can see the haze out there. You can see the haze. Okay, let's see what we got here. 100 years ago. Oh, Double J said that. That's true. The way kids are. Okay, that was Double J's that said that. Okay. Where's Bug at? Oh, okay. Come on, Bug. Get up. Get up there. Get up on your chair. Come on. Up here. Come on. There you go. Jeez. Let's see here. We're doing 100 years ago. I'm getting sidetracked here, folks. I'm gonna say I could say I'm sorry, but I'm not. It just happens. Okay, the cat's got to be taken care of, so we do it on the fly. Okay, let's see. 100 years ago, from August 4th, which was Monday. This is from Monday. Let me get this going here. Okay, we got to unmute that. Okay, so when you mute one, you mute both of them. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and turn. Are you ready, Big Juice, for the 100 years ago? We're going to start it right now. Let's see. Okay, there's the young lady there. Let's go ahead and bring that down there. Let's see, does that click in? Yeah, okay, that's clicking in. Okay, so here it is, 100 years ago.
Segment on sharing some of Broome County's past, the Endicott Johnson Corporation expanding. Broome County historian Roger Luther has this story and more in tonight's installment of 100 Years Ago Today, brought to you by UHS.
100 years ago today, George F. Johnson announced today that the Endicott Johnson Corporation plans to establish a shoe factory in Owego. Johnson said he expects the company to be making shoes there within a few months. Binghamton's Common Council last night voted against the establishment of a new municipal golf course at Ely Park. 4 bronze tablets are being produced for the approaches to the new Memorial Bridge. Tablets will be devoted to the memory of the soldiers and sailors of Binghamton and will include designs representing the infantry, artillery, aviation, and naval branches. Finally, a special train will arrive in Binghamton Thursday afternoon, bringing 563 boys and girls recruited from the slums of New York City. The children will be given a 2-week vacation on 42 different farms in the vicinity of Binghamton. And that was the news, August 4th, 1925.
Nothing earth-shattering. That's true. Oh, excuse me. That's true. Captain Rehab. Yeah, he does. He's Broome County's historian, so he really knows the history of this area as far as that goes. I see he's been on some other shows on the local TV stations here. That's from Fox 40, 100 years ago. Full disclosure, I have no association with Fox 40. We just enjoy hearing stories from the various news web pages locally here in the southern tier of upstate New York that gives you out there an idea around the world what it's like here in the southern tier of upstate New York. And I do enjoy presenting it. And 100 years ago today is just one of them. And he does. You can feel the passion when he's talking as far as about history. He is a man of history, and we do appreciate that. But that first one there, 100 years ago, George F. Johnson announced that the Endicott Johnson Corporation, they're the Endicott Johnson Shoes, they established a factory. It was right here in Owego in Tioga County and stuff. I think my brother worked. I know my older brother worked at Endicott Johnson Shoes back in the late 60s when I was growing up, and he worked part-time, and they made shoes here up until probably the middle 70s, and then everything got shipped overseas and stuff like that. Endicott Johnson Shoes was a big shoe company. I used to get the shoes I wore growing up. They came from Endicott Johnson Shoes. And the owner, CEO, and proprietor there, John F. Johnson. Johnson City is named after George F. Johnson. He was a big wheel back in the day, along with Mr. Watson, who founded IBM in Endicott. Both companies were in Endicott. I think Endicott Johnson Shoe Corporation folded probably back. Totally factory-wise was probably back in the 80s, and there was a little bit of a reminiscence of when I first started working at IBM because it was right down the road, a couple blocks over from the IBM plant in Endicott. That's where Endicott Johnson Shoes is. So, and then of course the EI, the Common Council, they voted against the establishment of a new municipal golf course. So I could tell you right now, there is a golf course at Ely Park right now. So they canceled it then, but it was later on. There is an active golf course there. It's Ely Park, and of course the last one there, they had the I call them the fresh air kids. That's what they used to do this back when I was growing up. When I was growing up, I was a country kid that would go visit my grandparents down in the city in Brooklyn. And I used to hate it because it was so hot. I look back on it now, it was a missed opportunity. I should have enjoyed it a lot more down there on Avenue and off of Rockaway in Brooklyn. And but this 100 years ago, they used to bring the kids out of the cities to get out there in the country to get some fresh air, because the cities, even 100 years ago, they were a mess, especially when they said this from the slums, they were slums back there. Let's see. So there we have it 100 years ago with Roger Luther. And get that right there. I was just reading that. Let's see. Let's go ahead and put the thing back on. No, we don't want that. There we go. No, there we go. We want that. That's what we want right there. Okay, so that was 100 years ago. Additionally, in history for today, we got this. This keeps on bugging out. One of the reasons I put Twitch back here or else Rumble is just to max out my system, my network. It gives me some just the way I look at my thing. I get information as a broadcaster how my live stream is going as far as that goes. So, but let's see. In addition to for the history today, we had it was in 1911. A New Yorker from Jamestown, New York, is her birthday today, and that's Miss Lucille Ball. Who? She's known worldwide. Don't tell me you don't know her, Lucille Ball, the redhead, and she was quite the looker back in the day for her. But the television comedian Lucille Ball was born on this day in 1911. So she's no longer with us, but it's her birthday today. God bless her and Godspeed and happy birthday, Miss Lucille Ball. She was funny. She was funny. Matter of fact, the outdoor concert I went to the other night there, Monday night, they had one of the songs they said was a medley of all these sitcoms. They started with Dick Van Dyke, which I love Dick Van Dyke, and then they had Lucille Ball, Hogan's Heroes, the Munsters, a whole bunch of other ones. Dennis the Menace. I don't know. I'm really deep. If you ever watched Dennis the Menace, and you were a youngster back in 62, 63. I remember Dennis the Menace. I remember my mother said to both me and my older brother, "You don't be like Dennis the Menace." He was always in and out. My brother was like that. My older brother was like that. Let's see. On this day, in 1538, Bogota, Colombia was found. As well as in 1825, independence was claimed by Bolivia. And in 1965, the Voters' Right Act of 1965 was signed into law, aiming to prohibit racial discrimination in voting right guarantees by the 14th and 15th Amendment to the United States Constitution. That was signed in by President John Lyndon B. Johnson, especially in the South where minority rights were not being enforced. That was a big deal back in the days. A lot of people that are alive today, they can't recall because they were born after the 60s. They're born after the 70s. The civil rights movement was a very powerful movement. Some of the things I see on the TV news nowadays, oh, this is a big movement. It's pale compared to the civil rights movement. Okay. I didn't know what was going on as a kid. I knew something was going on, but I was too interested in playing and stuff. It wasn't until later on when I got older and I realized, whoa, there was world history being made as far as that goes. When you think about it, it wasn't that long ago. It just, as you say, 20 years, 60, 25, 50 some years ago or something like that. That's not that long, really, when you look at it. It wasn't that long. Crazy to think. We still have residual of it, but some people try and make it out more than what it is. It's and there's some people that want to rekindle it and stuff like that for their own purposes and stuff. But the civil rights movement was a great movement. It needed to be done. We had some politicians like we do today on both sides of the aisle that they're doing their own bidding. They're not doing the people's bidding. So, why don't these people vote them out? That's what I wonder. But again, it goes back to everybody has free choice. Let's see. In 1965, also, the Beatles released their fifth album, Help. The soundtrack to the second film also included The Night Before, You Gotta Hide Your Love Away, You're Going to Lose That Girl, Ticket to Ride. I love that song. And Yesterday. Yesterday's a good song. So the Beatles, they were pretty influential back in the early 60s, going into the 70s. Doa Takako became Japan's first female Speaker of the House of Representatives in 1991. Wow. Let's see. Back in 1997, that's the year I got out of the service. British Prime Minister Tony Blair shook hands with Sinn Féin President Gary Adams. The first meeting in 76 years between a British leader and the IRA ally. I can remember growing up in the 60s and 70s. The front news was always there was a bombing in Belfast. That war was vicious. We still have some vicious wars. That's something that hasn't changed. We need to bring peace to if we have peace going on in the Middle East. You have the vast majority of the Arab countries are saying no to terrorism, and rightfully so. There's something called the Abrams Accords that I think a lot of the Middle East countries are getting behind, and it's for the good. And if Ireland and the UK can do it, let's just say there's some countries there in the Middle East that can do it as well. It just takes a dialogue to get together. You don't have to like each other, but you can learn to tolerate and live together and stuff like that. It just killings go on too long, and but there's some people that they don't care. They'll cut your throat at the drop of a hat, and they don't care. So let's see. 2014, after a decade-long journey chasing its target, the European Space Agency Rosetta carried the 3 NASA instruments, becoming the first spacecraft to rendezvous with a comet back in 2014. Well, that's the one country there, Captain Rehab, that we tolerated for a long time, and then we just had to act, and hopefully there'll be some good that comes out of that. And 13 years ago today, NASA's Curiosity rover, which my name is on a chip. There's like millions of names you could put in your name. Before that went off, I submitted it to NASA. My name is on Mars. It's on the rover, the Curiosity rover, and I think there's one other. There's like 3 or 4 rovers. And 2 of the rovers, I have my name on there. So when they open, it's like, who's this Richard M. Roberts? And they're going to look back on the history of this world, Earth, and they're going to say, hey, that was that Fireman Rich. Just saying. But 13 years ago, NASA's Curiosity rover landed on Mars and began a long and illustrated career of robotic survey and geology. It has spent most of its life operating, climbing slopes of Mount Sharp after landing in the Gale crater. Many of its discoveries, the most recent, which was involved in the discovery of pure sulfate crystals in an environment where no one expected it to be. It travels a hair short of 32 kilometers in distance. That's how many. So that's it's 10 kilometers to a mile, or to 6 miles. So that's 18. It's traveled in its lifespan in 13 years. It's traveled 18 miles. So as far as that goes. Oh yeah, I know that Devon Island out there in the west. Yeah, I've looked at real estate out there, Roberts Island. I know that, Captain Rehab. Devon Island. Oh, is that the island I'm thinking about? My name, yeah, I think my last name is. If that's Devon's Island, let me check. You're gonna make me look now. You got me looking here. Where's Devon's Island? Oh no, that Roberts Point that's a peninsula. Let's see, Devon's Island. What's on Devon's Island? Devon Island. I'm looking at Devon. I don't see anything that relates to my name. You got Dundas Harbor. You sure it's not? Where's that in Canada? It's out there. Out there in north of Seattle. It's a point just south of Vancouver. It's called Point Roberts. It's a peninsula. It sticks. The point of it. It's out there in by the Straits of out there in what's that area? It's just south of Vancouver. Part of it's in Canada, but the other end it's called Roberts Point. So I don't see anything on Devon Island, Captain Rehab. I don't know if you can be more specific. I looked. I didn't see anything. Your name is on. No, it's not. It's not on Devon's Island. I didn't see anything that said Richard Roberts or Roberts. There is out in Canada, western part of Canada. Like I said, south of Victoria, north of Seattle. There's a little strait that comes down. The little part that juts over. It's called Roberts Point. See, I know my geology or geography, as far as that goes. Let's see. There are conspiracies that we've never been on Mars, and photos are. I disagree. I'll just leave it at that. If you want to believe that, believe that. I know otherwise. Okay. Because I know the truth, and the truth has set me free, folks. No, I disagree with that. That's the conspiracy. What's conspiracy? Oh, yeah, it's a conspiracy. Don't believe it. That's like some people don't believe we landed on the moon. Okay, yeah, we kept that a real big secret. Yeah, okay. Don't believe it, my friends. I have a difference of opinion. People have shown photos from NASA and Mars and photos. You could say that also about out there in the deserts out there in out in the southwest of the United States. Okay. The instrumentation, the science. Look at the science. Look at where the radio transmissions are coming from. Okay. They don't speak of that. Okay. They're not coming from that location. Okay. If that was the case, that's Devon Island. That's all iced up. That's up there in the northern part. That's all winter. We would be seeing that. They're doctoring up the video now. Oh, conspiracy. Don't believe everything it's thrown at you. It's not even worth my conversation. Okay. I'm a space nut. So, I'm not going to believe that crap. So we'll just leave it at that. So, but some people, if they want to believe that, that's their prerogative, but that's their bag of donuts. That's all I got to say. This thing keeps on going out. We're going to have to go back to Rumble Studios. Okay, for additional history, moving on. Let's see, what else we have? I forgot to put it up there, the AP. Let me bring this up. AP history for August 6th. And let's see what we got here. Double J's, yeah, that was a big, to a certain degree, that was a big conspiracy. Double J's, big scam. To a certain degree, I'll agree with that. But it was still a health concern. We still had that around us and stuff like that. Double J. So, like I said, I'm not gonna. It's past history now. There's a lot coming. The truth is coming out on that, but there was still a health concern. It just wasn't managed or mitigated right as far as that goes. It was no different than some of the other scares that we've had as far as that goes. Let's see on AP history, and that's again just my opinion. Other people, they have a different opinions, but again, I always like saying that's their bag of donuts. It was on this day. This is a big one in history, folks. On August 6, 1945, during World War II, the U.S. B-29 Super Fortress Enola Gay dropped an atomic bomb on Hiroshima, Japan, resulting in an estimated 140,000 deaths. Some will say that was cruel and should not have been done, but we didn't live back in that time. We did not live with the carnage of World War for 4 years. If we didn't drop the bomb, if President Truman did not make the decision, and probably was a hard decision to make because of what the results was going to be, probably that 140,000 deaths, probably would have been in the millions, they estimate, if there was an invasion to end World War II. The dropping of the bomb on August 6th started to stop. It was until it was like, I think it's 2 days later here on August 8th. That was the bombing of Nagasaki, as far as that goes. Double J says, yes, it was a health concern, but the responsibility. I agree with that totally. Double J's, yes, yeah, you are correct in saying that, and and the stuff that's coming out about it is bearing that as far as that's concerned, as far as that goes. So yes, I agree with that. Some would say, what if we didn't? It changed the world. The genie was out of the bottle as far as the atomic, and so the atomic age was started. So there's no going. We have to control it, though. We have to control that. And in some cases, last month we did just that. The United States, as far as with their B-2s, or B-2 bombers, or B-1, no, B-2 bombers, the stealth bomber. Let's see. In 1806, Emperor Francis II advocating making an end to the Holy Roman Empire after nearly 1,000 years. 1942, Queen Wilhelm of the Netherlands became the first reigning queen to address a session of Congress, telling lawmakers that despite Nazi occupation, her people's motto would remain no surrender. It was 1962, Jamaica gained its independence from the United Kingdom after 300 years of British rule. Wow. And 2011, insurgents shot down a U.S. military helicopter during fighting in eastern Afghanistan, killing 30 Americans, most of them belonging to the same elite Navy commando unit that had slain and killed Osama bin Laden. 7 Afghan commandos died also on that thing. There was too many law. That was a war that once bin Laden was eliminated, the United States, in my opinion, again, it's my bag of donuts, we should have got out of Afghanistan. We stayed there for another 10 years. We were there for 20 years. The Soviet Union was only there for 10 years. That was too long for them. We were there for 20. We should have. It was turning into be another type of Vietnam for us, as far as that goes. And I'm prior military, folks. I'm just saying, we don't need war. We need peace, as far as that goes. So there's our history as far as that goes. Yesterday, I did do. I forgot to mention, I did do the Fireman Rich audio podcast. I do that Tuesdays and Thursdays over there on Spotify for Creators, at Fireman Rich at Spotify for Creators. And except every other Tuesday. Every other Tuesday, I got to think. Every other Tuesday, we do the Mixcloud broadcast where I present 8 songs of rock and roll and nature in the most part. But yesterday, we talked about a little critter. And do I hear... What the hell is shamboosery? Shamboosery? What do you mean by shamboosery? I got to look that word up. It's too early for me to... Shamboosery. What's shamboosery? No, you might be mistaken. If the missus is listening to some music in the background, what do you always try to analyze that background? She's listening to the Country Western channel. Shamboosery. Captain, yeah. Who are you listening to? Huh? Is it Shamboozy? Oh, it is Shabu. Oh, okay. Good ear. I stand corrected. Aren't you listening to Country Western? Or you listen to CMT. Oh, is it? CMT. Yeah. Okay, who would figure? Is he a country singer? Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Oh, okay. I guess he is a country singer. Okay, I didn't realize that. Okay. Okay, yeah, that we just I just figured that out. Okay, give me a little time, Captain Rehab. Okay, give me a little time. All right, I am a senior citizen, and yeah, I know. Okay, you're on the same. Okay, I got these things on. I can't hear what you're hearing. Okay. What's that?
We should play Captain Rehab. Who's on now?
Yeah, Captain Rehab. Who's on now?
Who's singing this song?
Yeah, I know you listen to the background. So I have these on, so I can't hear the background as well as you can hear it, stuff like that. This microphone is picking it up. Oops, sorry about that. Yeah. And you love it. Yeah, I it's okay, Captain Rehab. It's good. It's good. Yeah, lots of laughs. I know we're having fun with it. I like the interaction there, Captain Rehab. Thank you very much. But the audio podcast yesterday, we had this tiny creature. It's a tiny gecko that they thought was extinct, and all they had was a fossil indicating that it was there on one of the Galapagos Islands. And it just made a comeback because they discovered this little guy, and it's no bigger. It's not even like an inch long. It looks like a baby gecko, but it's a full-grown gecko. And if you look at the picture that's on the audio podcast over on Spotify for Creators, and I've also posted on my ex at Fireman Rich is a picture of it. It's just a tiny creature, and oh shoot, I forgot to plug this in. God, I always forget one thing. Plug that back in. The battery went dead on the laptop. But it's the gecko is called the elusive leaf-toe gecko. Was previously only known to have walked the island, one of the islands down there in the Galapagos, 5,000 years from a 5,000-year-old fossil. And what they had to do, they had to eradicate all the rodents, because the rodents, they I don't want this. This is gonna. The rodents that were brought in by the ships, they ate these little guys, I guess, over the years. If whatever, they didn't know they were there and stuff, but they eradicated, but they made a comeback. And that gives a template for other islands that have special wildlife native to that island that they can regenerate and come back. So that would rediscovery was possible by a successful bold conservation intervention, and there's now official documentation that the live specimen collected during the expedition was evidence and has a peer review that it is truly the elusive leaf-toe gecko. So that was the audio podcast of yesterday. And we're on. I've been talking for a long time. We've been on an hour and 20 minutes, folks. I got to take a break. I got to refresh my coffee here. But we've had a fun first hour, or over an hour now and stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and take a break. I got everything in there. We talked about a lot of stuff so far this first half, and I will be back in a little bit. I don't know if this laptop's going to come up. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, folks, I'm going to go ahead and take a break, and we will be right back in a couple minutes. So just hang in there, and we will be right back. We play Bubblegum Ball Game. And we're back. We're back for our second half here. And I got my laptop up after I plugged it in. So we bring this back up. We are back here on the Wednesday morning coffee for 08.06.2025 at Rumble Video Broadcast on this 08.06.2025. Current time is 07:31 a.m. Eastern time here in upstate New York. That'd be the southern tier of upstate New York, where I live and reside this Wednesday morning, midweek, hump day, as we're working towards the weekend. Let me check the audio here. Okay, we're back up. And various things going on here in the studio, which is nothing more than a corner of the dining room. This is my chair, okay? My chair, Captain Rehab. I know, I sit too much in the chair here. But we're going to be going for a walk. It looks like we have this smoky haze out there right now. So usually that's not fog. That's haze from the... It's sort of whitish. It's not yellowish. So, but we are back here, and good to have you here. We are here on seven live streaming platforms. Rumble Studio, via Rumble Studios. We're broadcasting into Rumble, where we have one person on locals. We have nobody on the YouTube, though Tony did comment on there. So as far as that goes, and Hal Moss just came on. Okay, Hal Moss is on Twitch right now. He just came up. So he comes up at 7:30 now. Okay, so he must have been on the Facebook at 5:30 or at 7 from 7 to 7:30. Okay, I think Twitch is his last one. Okay, but we have three people on X or on Twitch. Thank you very much on X or Twitch, and then over on Facebook, I'm showing nobody there. But let me just check. Yep, we got Facebook. Over on Kick, we have nobody over on Kick. Oh, no, we got two people. I'm sorry for the folks that are listening over on Kick. Thank you very much. We have two folks over on Kick. Thank you very much as far as that goes. And they're over on X Live. Let's check that out. Oh, what happened to X Live? There's X Live. We have, let me refresh it just to make sure. We have two folks over on X Live. Okay, very good. And I do appreciate the viewership because you're spending a little bit of your time to watch me, this knucklehead, yap. And I do appreciate that as far as that goes. And so let's see. It doesn't want to stay down. Okay. All right. So we're running really long. We're an hour and a half already, folks. And this is just the first. I'm not going to go an hour and a half. We're just going to go through the local news here. Again, full disclosure, I have no affiliation with any of these news agencies that were showing the articles from their webpage. I'm just showing. Oh, by the way, I do have my second cup of coffee here. This is the special guest. But I present these here on my live stream broadcast for the sole purpose of showing you, the viewers that are watching, and also for those that are listening on audio, on the audio side, the audio pod on Spotify for creators, to give you an idea just to give a description of what's going on here where I live in my neck of the woods on this blue marble. I just found it interesting to do that. As far as that goes. And I think a lot of broadcasters do that. They have different ways of doing it. I even had an idea of going to two different locations, maybe once every other month to live stream from the phone. I would have to, do a little more prep than I normally do because, I've got multiple computer systems here that I can go to. And, okay, let's see what's on Fox 40 here. As far as on the news, we have. This is something that comes. comes close to home. The Tioga County Fair here in Tioga County is celebrating its 170th anniversary for its county fair. Let's go ahead. The young lady that usually presents us the 100 years ago is presenting this. So let's go ahead and bring down the that there and go over to present. And there she is. And the Tioga County Fair has started this week. So let's see what it's all about.
Welcome back. A celebration in Tioga County today as dozens of officials gather to recognize and honor an almost 2-century tradition. Fox 40's Mike White brings us the story.
A tradition like no other in the Southern Tier as Tioga County celebrates the beginning of the 170th anniversary of the Tioga County Fair.
What makes our fair special is all the volunteers, all the local businesses that volunteer their people, their time, their assets.
All week long, the fair will host various events including a square dance, demolition derby, and hog and sheep shows. Dozens of vendors scatter the fairgrounds filled with games, food, and even petting zoos, making there be something for everyone, even for first-time fairgoers like Cindy Simon.
We're familiar with Owego, and we wanted to come out and see what it's all about. I like the animals, so I wanted to come see the animals, plus it was free admission today.
And as the fair is in its 170th year, Johnson says the special event helps symbolize the history of the county.
Tioga County is steeped in agricultural history. At one time, Tioga County was one of the largest rodeo capitals of the world in Tioga County, or of the U.S.
For those interested, the fair will be going on until Saturday, August 9th. Reporting in Owego, Mike White, Fox 40 News.
Welcome back.
Okay, so the Tioga County Fair is in full swing.
Celebration in Tioga County today as dozens of
where is it? There we go. The Tioga County Fair is in full swing as far as that goes, and just like every other county in New York State, they have a county fair that goes on, and the only thing about going to this county fair, it's $16 to get through the gate. I don't know about that. It's a little, I don't know.
Yeah, we don't pay for any rides.
Well, we don't pay for any rides, but I'm not going on any of those rides. No, I'm too old for the rides. But so that we'll be talking about this. I guess there'll be a couple more articles here on the other news agencies, but that's from Fox 40. They're out of Vestal, the local Fox affiliate, and we do appreciate that. Gives you what's happening here this week. The big event, the county fair, started here in Tioga County, and as far as that goes, let's see what else do we got here. Got that one, and let's go to W. Let's see. Okay, and even WEBO has a thing on it as far as that goes, a county fair, and we'll be posting that over on X here after the broadcast. This pretty much the Tioga County Fair kicks off today, I guess. Well, actually, it was yesterday, August 5th, had free admission, but the official thing, I guess today's supposed to be Demolition Derby at 7. Ooh, that's interesting. Maybe I'll sit across the street in the supermarket parking lot there to watch it. But the annual event will run from Tuesday through Saturday and features a live mix of agriculture. And that's what county fairs are. It's agricultural and the people coming together. But we have thrilling motorsports, local vendors, and the return of the Midway rides starting Wednesday. The fair kicks off. It kicked off yesterday with a free admission, and admission is affordable, and parking is free every day, whether you come for the animals, the engines, the elephant ears. Ooh, that's interesting. The Tioga County Fair is a summer tradition, 170 years. That's a lot of years, folks. you won't want to miss. And there's a full schedule at www.tiogafair.com. And it looks like today is the Demolition Derby. Tomorrow on Thursday, it looks like they got the Broken Bee Rodeo at 7 o'clock. And then they have another Demolition Derby, an encore, on Friday. And then Saturday, the last day of the fair, you have Out of the Field tractor pull, and then the New York Hot Farm polling series, whatever that is. But ongoing fair attractions, of course, the 4-H and the livestock shows, midway rides and games, open Wednesday to Saturday, 4-H and the FFA livestock barn tours, and craft vendors and community displays. So this is all put on by volunteers, folks. And that's, when you have something of that size, and that was, I read that off of WEBO, which is the local radio station here in Owego, and WEBO, which has a host of other radio stations there from the Radican Media Group. Again, full disclosure, I have no association with WEBO or the Radican Radio Group. I'm just a listener, consumer of their online product, and we thank them for that. Let's see, going over to WNBF. That's another radio station that's out of Binghamton. It's News Radio 1290 on the AM and 92.1 and 93.9 on the FM. And I don't see anything over there that stands out. They don't have any articles about this. Okay, let's go to WBNG, which I'm sure they will have. Oh, wow. They don't have anything over on... Oh, no, here it is. Local agriculture societies prepare for fair. Let's go ahead and bring this one up. This is about the Tioga. Oh, the Tioga County and Chemung County and Afton fairs will take place this week. So there's 3 county fairs going on. And this is on WBNG, which is channel 12. And we just have, who's just coming in here? Hey, Liberty. Oh my, that break took forever. Oh, sorry about that, Liberty. You were on the back fence. Sorry. Yeah. Good morning. Good morning, Patriots and the Misses from Liberty. Yeah, I think you're Liberty. You might want to refresh. You might be a little back behind the broadcast right now. I know Rumble, which is currently have four viewers from the viewer count there, and Liberty being one of them. She's coming in from the Niagara Buffalo area on western New York. Thank you, Liberty, for being here. Hope is all well. Love the flags as always. I have to mention that the U.S. flags when you come in, and we're talking about the county fairs, and I'm sure there's county fairs out there in western New York as well. And let's see. Let's go ahead and listen to this one and see what they're talking about the fairs.
Back, the sounds of carnival rides and the smells of a barn will soon be alive and well at fairground sites throughout the southern tier. 12 News' Daniel Curran caught up with local fair organizers to learn what they look forward to this year.
Fair season is upon us in the southern tier. The Tioga County, Shenango County, and Afton fairs are all set to take place this weekend. These annual traditions, which date back as far as 178 years, have been highlighting local agriculture for generations.
We're proud of agriculture. It's been the mainstay of Shenango County since its inception in 1798. So it's a big historical event, and we're proud to be able to present all of that.
With rides, food, live music, and shows, each of these fairs provide a wide variety of activities at a cheap price. Organizers look forward to seeing its crowds enjoy all there is to offer.
With our admission at $16 per person, which includes all the rides, all the ground acts, and the demolition derby, and the truck and tractor pulls, and the rodeo, it's a very, very cost-effective way to have a really nice time.
Agricultural societies work throughout the year to prepare and set up in the weeks leading up. Now, it's time for one of the most exciting weeks of the year for these small communities.
The work's done now. It's time to sit back and relax. Now we've got almost everything set, ready to go again. We kick off tomorrow, finalizing everything, but all the hard work, all the layout, all that stuff is done. and we're hoping it's smooth sailing from here on out.
The Tioga County and Afton fairs will each begin on Tuesday, with the Shenango County Fair starting on Wednesday. Each of them will run until Sunday. Daniel Curran, 12 News.
It's time to.
So there we are, the Fair Week in the southern tier of upstate New York, as far as that goes. And that's what it's all about, is the county fairs, the main purpose of them when they got started is because of agricultural. They'll have animal shows as far as for the blue ribbon. Remember the story, Charlotte's Web? Well, Wilbert, he had to go to the county fair to get that blue ribbon. And that's what some of those animals right there are looking for, is a blue ribbon as far as that goes. And, oh, sorry about that. We are back. We are back here. And let's see. I had this up. Liberty said Niagara County Fair. Last day was yesterday. Okay. There's county fairs all over New York State. And the announcer that announcer looked a little rough. Yeah, I agree, Liberty. And Jackie R005, Liberty, good morning from Virginia. Good morning to you, Jackie R005. Thank you for being here. Another different person from Rumble. Thank you for being Rumble Rocks. Thank you, Rumble. Rumble Rocks. Thank you very much. And Liberty saying, Jackie R005, good morning from Buffalo, Niagara area and stuff like that. So we have Niagara, Buffalo area, and Virginia. We have Philadelphia from Captain Rehab. We have an undisclosed location from Big Juice, and from Double J's, and Big Juice is out there in Ohio. So we're all around the country and all around the world. So thank you for being here, folks. Greatly appreciate it. I always love another person from Liberty says, my neighbor had a nasty cow named Ned, and I said, no wonder he was nasty with that name. Okay, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. But it's about the animals there. But of course, they have a whole host of other things. Of course, the Tioga County Fair, they got the Demolition Derby tonight, and they have one Friday. So my father used to do the Demolition Derby down in Ispic Speedway during the summer. We used to visit our cousins down there. And I remember 2 summers in a row, we went down there, and he went, the second one, he busted up his face. He had a face shield from his motorcycle, and he got banged up front, and the steering wheel came up, and it just bruised the whole side of his face. I remember that. So, okay, so there is, what is it? Okay. I guess the Wi-Fi does not like our Twitch on the big screen there. So that's on WBNG as far as concerning the county fairs that are going on, multiple county fairs that are going on here in the southern tier of upstate New York. Again, full disclosure, I have no association with Channel 12 Action News there, as we call it, the CBS affiliate out of Johnson City. I just that right there gives you an idea of what's going on in the county here with the fairs and stuff like that. And that's the only thing we got off of there. Let's see, WAAL, that's the same as WNBF. Nothing there. Channel 34, that's out of Binghamton. Let's see what we got here on their articles. They have anything? And I'm not seeing anything as far as it goes. And let's see, WENY, they're out there in Chemung County, out there in Elmira. Let's see what they have out here. Final preparation undergoes. We got a NASCAR event coming in to. Let's see what this final preparations underway for WGI NASCAR weekend. Let's see what this one's. Of course, our good friend and Captain Rehab, he actually drove one of these cars. We shared that here on the broadcast. He gave me the link, and we know somebody that actually drove one of these vehicles. He went I think it was 160 miles per hour. Captain Rehab, he had a chance out there in Las Vegas, You did one as far as that goes. So let's go ahead and bring this one up. This is NASCAR preparation this weekend at Watkins Glen. They're preparing for activities. So let's see what this one's about.
All the excitement at Watkins Glen International is gearing up as the week goes on, with campers arriving tomorrow and Cup Series drivers rolling in by Friday.
And officials at the track are making some final tune-ups before things get started. WENY's Lindsay Madison is live at WGI to tell us how officials are prepping for the big race. Lindsay?
Hey, Nick and Renata, it's quiet here for now, but it won't be for long. Officials say they're ready to welcome in fans and the drivers, and that they're actually ahead of schedule with making sure the track is prepped and making sure everything gets the green light ahead of race weekend. This year's NASCAR race weekend at WGI marks the first time trucks will return to the famed road course since 2021. Tens of thousands of people will come from all over to watch this weekend's races. But before drivers can hit the track, a few things still need to be done.
Right now, we're really focused on converting the long course over to a short course, moving a lot of tire barriers and other walls for safety. And then we have 3 or 4 different paint crews going around the facility and the racetrack, using hundreds of gallons of paint to freshen everything up and make it look real good for our big event.
Last year, WGI made some significant changes to different areas of the track. From the brightly colored rumble strips, to changing the curbing in the bus stop area, to clearing the track. It's all to improve driver performance and enhance safety.
We have cleanup crews that are making their rounds around the racetrack, picking up any debris and anything out there that might be unsafe. Like I mentioned earlier, building the tire barriers just for safety-wise. And other than that, just a lot of markings for competition.
As for the camping side of things, the WGI president says they're ready to go.
I mean, we got a packed weekend starting on Thursday with our camper party and through the weekend with concerts. And our fan zone opens every day at 8 o'clock, which has a lot of things for families and just everybody. So tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock, our first campers show up. And that is always pretty exciting because actually some of them will come in today and go into our holding lot just so they can be first in line tomorrow.
Now, for anyone heading to the track either tomorrow or later this week, officials are encouraging people to get their tickets ready. That way, when you get here, it'll just streamline the process and everybody can get in easier and faster. Now, there are also still a few camping spots left. So you're looking to join your friends, family, or just experience WGI for the first time. Again, there are still a couple of spots left. And
okay, so that's from what is that? WENY or what was it? WENY? Yes, out of Elmira, concerning the events out there in Watkins Glen, which is here in the southern. It's part of the southern tier, Watkins Glen. So the big race is happening up there, and Liberty says our Captain Rehab, he's fast and yeah, he's fast and furious. I remember we showed his video that he told me where the video was, and we broadcast it here of him driving 160 miles an hour. That's something. That's got to be a thrill and stuff like that. So that's a lot of power that you feel behind the steering wheel and stuff like that. So I think there's another article here concerning Watkins Glen. Let me see the race. Let's check it out here. Let's see. We got final preparations. Dandy Mini Marks. They're open a track side location at Watkins Glen, and you sure it wasn't a video game? No, it was. So you didn't see the video. I'm gonna have to try and find the Captain Rehab. If you're still there, I know he's working and stuff, so he's in and out as far as that goes. Yeah. If you could provide the link there. I can't remember the link and stuff like that. I would have to go back. But no, it was he actually drove it. There was actual YouTube footage of it, so it was no video game. Okay, as far as that goes, Liberty. So that's funny. That's funny. Let's see. I think we have another article here. Dandy Mini Marts. They have Dandy out there when you're at Liberty. Dandy Mini Marts. I think, do they? No, maybe they don't. Maybe it's just here in the southern tier. But they're a gas station, quick fill, grocery, little mini grocery store. Mini Mart. There we go. Mini Mart. Yeah, Dandy's Mini Mart. It's right there in the title. They opened a trackside location at Watkins Glen International. So again, I'm not sponsoring. I'm not affiliated with Dandy Mini Marts. This is an article from WENY, but this is one of you see a lot of the gas. I get my gas at Dandy Mini Marts throughout the area here. So let's go ahead and see what this one is as far as how it pertains to the big race this weekend at Watkins Glen. Let's see what that says. Okay, here we go.
Well, our race week coverage continues as we lead up to NASCAR weekend at Watkins Glen International. And if you're headed up to the racetrack this week and maybe you forget a key ingredient or you just want some snacks for your camp out, well, there's a new Dandy Mini Mart set up inside the track. Dandy and track officials say people now don't have to run into town to grab things like extra drinks, snacks, and food. Located on Cayuga Road in WGI, the mini convenience store first opened earlier this year during the IMSA races. The vice president for Dandy Mini Mart says during IMSA weekend, people gave employees feedback and that was passed along to Dandy. He says race week now is the store's official opening and they're excited to offer people more things from healthy snacks to eggs and pizza and wings.
We're very excited to be open for NASCAR. We think this is kind of like the Super Bowl here at Watkins Glen, and certainly for our stores that are in the surrounding area, and it will be for this store. And we're just really excited to welcome all of our customers and new race fans who have never been a Dandy customer.
The store's hours are 6:30 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. from Thursday through Sunday. It'll even be open on Monday morning from 6:30 a.m. to 2:30 in the afternoon. The store will also be open during the.
Okay, the stores they've got stores that are open 24/7 as far as that goes along Route 86 here. What used to be Interstate 17 or Route 17. It's now Interstate 86, and they've done a lot of renovation of these places. They're a nice place to get a good a quick meal, a pizza sub, or drinks and stuff like that, and. They got to work on their donuts though. The donuts they're not that fresh. If I had something to say to Mr. Williams, it would be that. And no, we're not talking about Speedies. I don't think you can get Speedies at the Dandy Mini Mart there, Captain Rehab. And let's see, butter is cheap. Is cheap there. What the heck? Oh, is it? I didn't notice the price. Were you looking at the prices? Okay, I wasn't. I just know they're a pretty decent store. They put on we have a local Dandy Mart where we just recently here, I think it was a couple weeks ago, we ordered a pizza. By the time I got up there, it was all ready. It's a little bit. We usually go to Mario's, but we say, oh, let's try the local Dandy, and it's a little bit quicker going up the road and then going. It's a little bit of a drive to, not that long of a drive to, but it's but they make a good pizza. It's I think it's a little bit better than McDonald's, not better than Burger King. There's some Dandy Mini Marts that do have a McDonald's in. I think the one in Appalachian does, as far as that goes. And but gas is still at the local Dandy Mart, Dandies here, Mini Marts it's still over $3 a gallon. They need it. That's another thing I would talk to Mr. Williams here, the director from Williams Oil here in the local area. I'd say you need to bring your gas prices down under $3. I mean, come on. If you're making other places, you can't bring it down below. You'd probably be making more money if you brought it down under $3. If you were to make your gas $2.95, you'd probably have a lot more gas being sold. Of course, they buy it at a certain level too. So, but but that's local store there that's there at Watkins Glen via WENY. Again, full disclosure, I have no association with WENY. Let's see, what else do we got here? I believe, health experts weigh in on how to stay healthy in poor air quality. Okay, we talked about it at the beginning of the broadcast. This is an article on WENY. Oh, that's not coming up. How come? Okay, there it is. Okay, this is concerning the health experts weigh in on staying healthy with the poor. We have an air advisory, so let's go ahead and listen to this. This is also on WENY. We got 3 articles from them. That's pretty good this morning. So let's listen to this one. Bring it up right here.
Many parts of the Twin Tiers are still under air quality alerts this evening as smoke continues to flow in from massive wildfires happening in Canada. WENY's Scott Brubaker spoke with some local and state health experts about how to protect yourself in these smoky conditions. Scott.
Yeah, Renata, the skies were a little less hazy today, but the air is still unhealthy for sensitive groups. The health experts that I talked to today say that there are easy steps to take to prevent getting sick from the bad air. This was the view from Harris Hill on Tuesday afternoon. Views of vibrant green hills are now covered in a smoky haze.
So it's important to take this seriously and think about adjusting your activities.
New York State's health commissioner says right now the air quality should only have a big impact on people with underlying conditions.
Because these particles are very small, they can travel deep into our lungs, and it could cause an irritation. Sometimes it'll affect people with asthma or even people with other lung diseases or people with heart disease.
Signs you've been out in poor quality air for too long include coughing, a runny nose, and even burning eyes. Dr. Michelle Malnowski with Arnett Health says symptoms from poor air can last a while. She says after Canadian wildfire smoke covered the Twin Tiers in 2023, she noticed more patients coming in with symptoms.
About a month or 2 afterwards, I noticed that folks had trouble with their breathing. That was kind of a prolonged sort of, it wasn't like getting a bronchitis and then recovering. They had a 3 to 4 week time where their breathing was really off due to this exposure.
Experts suggest limiting time outside during times of poor air quality, wearing a tight-fitting mask if needed, and just listening to your body. Just like checking the weather app before walking out the door, experts say checking your region's air quality should become part of your routine.
You wake up in the morning, you might check the weather to see what you should wear when you go outside to see if it's going to be raining or sunny. Also check airnow.gov to understand if there's an air quality alert or some concern in your neighborhood.
And our first warning weather team is telling us that these conditions are expected to last through Thursday. And if you want to check the air quality in your area, you can visit airnow.gov.
Okay, so what they're talking about, AirGov, we had it here at the beginning of the broadcast. I'll bring it back up here. This is what they're talking about right here. This is airnow.gov, and this is the current level here in the Binghamton area as far as that goes. And it's pretty easy as far as what it has to offer. It's actually, this meter is a little bit lower than yesterday. It was up a little bit higher. It was in the middle of the orange area there. And if we let's say Liberty, she's up there in Buffalo, so Buffalo, Niagara area. So let's go ahead and just put Buffalo, New York, and see what the air quality. Ours is what is it, 110. Let's see what it is up in Buffalo. See, it raised up a little bit. It's at 123. And I think let's go ahead and say Niagara, New York. Let's see if that has something for Niagara, town of Niagara. It's about the same thing, same as that goes. It's at 123. So they're a little bit higher. Of course, they're a little bit closer to the Canadian border than we are. But here in the Binghamton, I always use Binghamton because that's where we get our weather from, Binghamton, New York. See, it went down. So that's our air quality right now. So we have to, okay, Helmos just went from X Live. He's over on YouTube, so his last half hour is on YouTube. So he goes 7:30 to 8 o'clock. He's on Twitch, and then 8 o'clock to 8:30. So, and okay. So let's see. Liberty says, let's see. I saw that you can take a box fan and take a filter and bungee cord to help filter out. So, yeah, that's a good idea. We're going to do that. Yeah, the fine particles and stuff. That's the main thing, is the particles that are created by the wildland fire and stuff like that. That's a good suggestion there and stuff like that. But this is supposed to end, I guess. What the heck was it? It was over on Fox 40. I think it ends. Yeah, the air quality alert ends Wednesday. Oh, it's up until midnight, so it is midnight. So that time's wrong. It said 2 p.m. No, it's Wednesday. It's midnight tonight, usually. So there we have the air quality. So as far as that goes, so that's okay. That's from WENY. Let's see, Channel 18 News. There's top story, the weekend what to know. Do we have a video on that? Yes, we do. Let's go ahead and bring this one up. This is on channel. This is out there in Channel 18 News out in Elmira. That's an NBC affiliate, and they're talking about NASCAR. We'll get some more information, and you can see at the top of the page there. They got air quality alerts there for Bradford, Chemung, Schuyler, Sabine, Tioga. That's where I'm at, Tioga. Tioga County, that's Tioga County, Pennsylvania, Tioga County, New York, and Tompkins, and a host of others. So let's go ahead and bring this one up and see what they have to say.
Our drivers must weigh 200 pounds. This and other fun facts you didn't know about NASCAR drivers. That's right. If drivers don't meet the weight criteria, then they either have to carry ballast to make the car heavier, or they have to remove stuff from the car to make it lighter. Basically, every driver plus their car needs to weigh the same. NASCAR drivers are not required to have a driver's license. Now, they do have to pass drug screenings, physicals, and qualify, but they still may have to call for a ride from mom after the race. Clearly, one of those heavier things that NASCARs don't have to have: air conditioning. Temperatures can often exceed 100 degrees in the car and 170 degrees at the floorboard. In fact, some drivers lose as much as 5 to 10 pounds during a race from sweating alone. Certainly a recipe for a wonderful aroma. And how fast is fast? Well, at a top speed of over 200 miles per hour, a car can travel 293 feet in 1 second. That's almost the entire length of a football field. So don't blink. In fact, in the turns, drivers can experience up to 3 Gs. That's 3 times the force of gravity, or about what space shuttle astronauts experienced at liftoff back when we had a space shuttle. Last but not least, on average, a driver's heartbeat stays between 120 and 150 beats per minute during the entire race. That's about what a marathon runner maintains during a 3-hour race, or what most parents maintain when teaching their kids to drive. I kid, of course. Do I?
Okay, that's a little information on NASCAR. That's pretty interesting. I think there's a more local article here. Let me bring that up. That was pretty interesting to know that, especially the heart rate for those drivers. It's like I ran a marathon. I've ran a couple marathons, so the heart rate is always a little bit higher and stuff like that. So I didn't know what was to that. Let's see. Fans event sent to be held in NASCAR driving this Thursday. That's tomorrow. So let's. Nope, there's no video there. So let's see, what else do we have? Nope, that's it on NASCAR. It's just well, we already saw the Dandy Store one, so we don't need to see Tioga County Fair. We got that one. Well, let's see. Let's check out the County Fair one. Let's check out the county fair, the Tioga County Fair. This is specifically about the Tioga County Fair. It's back and stuff, and let's see what they have to say about this one here. Oh, okay. That's just an article. I already read it from WE. I thought there was a video. There's no video, so we'll scratch that one. Sorry about that, folks. But I think that's it for for Channel 18. We covered. Okay, so let's go to Penny Saver. What's on the Penny Saver? Anything? Demolition Derby at the county fair. Let's see. Liberty says, oh, $16. How much was it out your way, Liberty? $16 for time. Yeah, it's not that much. It's stuff like that. So Double J says basically you have to be fit as a fiddle. Well, it looks like it. Double J's. They have to. I didn't realize there was a weight requirement. That was pretty interesting stuff there. How much was the fare out there in your way when you had your fare there? Was it more than $16, Liberty? I know Hal Moss, who I've been talking about as far as highlighting his broadcast over there on Twitch, and he's over on YouTube right now. I think they have a high. It's pretty high there. Especially rides are included. I'm not sure. Okay, if you could check. And I think that's a high. The one out in Michigan is higher. I know the New York State Fair. Let me see what the price is for New York State Fair. Gate price for New York State Fair. So there is an entrance fee for let's see, for New York State Fair. What's the price? Oh, gate price. Let's see. They're talking. Oh, for the state fair, it's only $8. There's also a frequent fair going pass available for $25. Provides entry to. That's a good buy. 13 days at the state fair for $20. So the state fair is better than our county fair, as far as that goes. So, and let's see. Where are we at here? We're on My Twin Tiers. We're all done with that. Nothing on on Penny Saver. WKGB. Nothing there. Let's see. Kiss 105. Not seeing anything there. Let's see. We got the radio station. Oh, here it is. 5 real fun things to do at the Erie County Fair. This came up on 106.5 WYRK about 9 minutes ago. Let's go ahead and talk this one. Let's see. Seeing that Liberty's here, we'll just highlight. Let's see. This is. She said the fair ended, but let's see. There's 5 really fun things to do. What were the 5 really fun things to do at the Erie County Fair? Let's see. Liberty says something here. Erie County. It was 17 if you buy in advance. Otherwise, 22. But they have a special. Okay, so it's just it's a buck more, and then you got special. Okay, so it's right around that for a county fair. But this article is on W106. That's up. The fair is already over, but let's go ahead and see what it says about 5 fun things to do at the Erie County Fair. It's official. The 12 best days of summer is out there in Western New York, according to 106.5. The Erie County Fair. It's over now, but here's 5 must-do things that if you were to go to the fair, it would be you would enjoy it. So maybe you can do this at the Tioga County Fair, for instance. So let's go ahead and see what they are. Let's see. Most of the things at the Erie County Fair: pet a farm animal. Make sure you stop by the farm animals and give them a pet. There is nothing like stopping by and seeing the cows that are going for that blue ribbon. giving them a pat on the head. If you're not into cows, check out the sheep. They had llamas at the Erie County Fair, and I imagine they have some goats. And another thing is the play a round of I Got It, one of the best games to play for $1. See if you can get 5 in a row as far as that goes. Oh, it starts today. I'm sorry. Okay, I misspoke. Okay, I'm sorry, Liberty. Let me put that up there. Erie County Fair. So these are 5 things you can do at the Erie County Fair. Sorry about that, Liberty. Thank you for correcting me. Thank you very much. I apologize there. So it ends the 16th. So it's starting today. Oh, the Erie County Fair goes longer. They go almost 2 weeks. Okay. What's that? Oh, bigger county, the missus says, yes. More population, yeah. It's up there in the Buffalo, Niagara area. Okay, so that's the first thing. I didn't get the picture. There it is. Pet the cow. There it is. You pet the cow at the Erie County Fair. It's underway today from Liberty corrected me. Thank you, Liberty, again. I don't like giving misinformation. But then you got this 5 in a row for an extra $1. And then the other thing, look at this. Play a round of, that's I Got It. But the other thing is ride on the Ferris wheel. Who doesn't? That's a big Ferris wheel there. That's the third thing. The main showcase on any midway, if you're heading out for the fair, and if you pay one price, you can ride it on. You can just, as soon as you get off, you can get back in line and ride it again, as far as that goes. And what's this thing? Oh, that's something else. The other thing, the number 4, walk a couple miles. Unlike the Proclaim song, you won't have to walk 500 miles to cover all the fair, but get ready to walk a couple miles. There's a lot of things to do at the fair, so you get to walk. And of course, the 5th and most important thing, eat something fried, like a fried corn dog. It doesn't matter if it's dough, cheese on a stick, corn dog, or even a fried Twinkie. They don't make Twinkies, but there's something like that. There's many foods you can find on the midway. Funnel cakes. Oh man, I love a good funnel cake. That's something good. So there we are as far as the fair up there in Erie County. And Liberty says that it starts today and ends the 16th. So I stand corrected. Thank you again, Liberty. I appreciate that. Let's see. I'm going to pick up the missus and we're going to play I Got It all day. Did you hear that? Oh, she's busy. Liberty says, I'm going to pick up the missus and we're going to go play I Got It all day. Where you get 5 in a row. You pay $1.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
She'd like that. That's good, Liberty. That's good. Okay, so that's the Erie County Fair off of 106.5, which is the country radio station up there. Full disclosure, I have no association with 106.5. Buffalo's number 1 for new country, WYRK. And let's see, the other channel that's up there is the what station is that? Power 93.7 WBLK. And let's see, what do they have on theirs? Oh, you guys got a cider mill. I gotta get. This looks like the cider mill in Endicott. What's this place? This is Power 93.7, the People Station, as they call themselves. This is an interesting article. They have a cider mill here, Liberty. I don't know if you probably know what this place is. Let me bring it up here. This is because this looks so much like the cider mill in Endicott, New York. Let me bring this up here real quick. There it is, the cider mill. This is on Power 93.7 WBLK, the People's station. It's an article about, summer's coming to an end when this place finally opens. Of course, our cider mill is open early now, for the reason for the season, and it looks like happening next week. And they probably make apple cider, I believe, there. Summer has always been a favorite season, and fall just feels like summer dying. You see the leaves dying, weather getting colder, and winter is right around the corner. But you can't argue with the snacks in the fall, the apple pies, the cider slushies, and maple. Everything seems to make it worthwhile. If you're the same, you'll love the things. And the official announcement has been made. Meyer Brothers Cider Mill will open for the season as far as August 13th. So let's see. There's the official announcement right there. That was on their Facebook page. And as far as that goes, and you won't have to wait until fall. You won't have to wait until fall is officially here to get your fill of cider slushy. So the apples are being harvested and stuff, and apple cider. I love that. We have a place here in Endicott, New York. Let me bring that up. And this is another place where it opened right after summer because they would, let's see, bring this up. I'll bring up their webpage here. And let's see, here's the cider mill. This is the cider mill in Endicott, New York. They make the cider. This is off of their webpage. And they're open from 7. They're open now, and they make the donuts. There's a lot of stuff there that you got the various things that can be done. And it's usually a fall thing. So they have a cider. And if I get a picture, let me see if I can get a picture of the place. Do they have a picture here? Let's see. There it is, in Endicott, New York. So it's similar to the one up there in Buffalo, as far as that goes. So there it is. There's a picture. The cider mill in Endicott. There's the picture again. The apples going in, and they wash them off, and they make the slushy, and they put it in the press, and that's how they make the cider. That's an operational cider, and you can watch that, and you can get. I usually, when we go up there, we get a gallon of cider. And let's see, Liberty's giving us some comments here. Let me get back to the. Oh, here we go. Yeah, that's up in your area. I just saw the article on the radio station there, Liberty, and that just reminded me of the cider mill here in Endicott. Yeah, that's Endicott, New York, Captain Rehab. But Mayors, that's I would imagine it's similar. This is the one up there, and this is the one in Endicott, New York, and the cider mill, and it's open. Usually it wouldn't open till after summer, and so you can see the structure. Just that structure that I saw on the radio page there, as far as that goes. You look at the picture, look at this picture, and you'll see that it said cider mill, and it's except for the background there, but the same thing as far as that goes. So, but this is the cider mill here in in Endicott, New York. And let's see now, Rich, go enjoy your long 5 mile. No, I think it's just about 2 miles. Yeah, we got to get ready to get out of here. We've been on for over 2 hours now. Thank you for reminding me of that. My unofficial producer there, Steve, Big Juice, and Captain Rehab. They're the unofficial producers. You don't get anything for pay, okay? So and I'm not even going to start negotiating contracts with you and stuff like that. So it's like, but there it is. That gives you a little idea of the happenings here in the local southern tier of upstate New York. And Big Juice says, you know me, I'm always here to mess some. No, you don't mess thinking up. You're just a viewer. I appreciate you being here, Big Juice, as well as all the other ones. But we do need to. Captain Rehab's laughing. We do have to go ahead and exit stage left here and get our day started, because we've been on for 2 hours and 20 minutes, folks. That's pretty. We haven't had a long broadcast in a while, so I'm very grateful and thankful that you were all here. We started out with Double J's coming into the let's see, Captain Rehab. What's this? As one of your producers, I can arrange. No, I don't want that, Captain. You know the policy on that. It's a no tolerance policy on that comment. I'm not even going to post it here. But thank you, Double J's, for being here, coming from somewhere in the southern hemisphere from an undisclosed location. Thank you, Tony D, for being here. Salute to you, my brother veteran, my good friend and fellow broadcaster, Tony D, down there in Warner Robins, Georgia. And thank you, Captain Rehab, coming in from the city of brotherly love. Greatly appreciate that. And as far as keeping it real here in the comment section. And thank you, Liberty, coming in from up there in Niagara, Buffalo area. Thank you for being here and correcting me that the Erie County Fair starts today. And I want to say thank you to, from Rumble there, Jackie R005 coming in from Virginia. Thank you very much. First time chatter. Don't be a stranger. Greatly appreciate it. Love the folks from Rumble. Rumble rocks. And thank you. Big Juice came in towards the end there. Thank you, Big Juice. Steve from the Buckeye State of Ohio. And Liberty says, have a good day, everyone, and be safe and breathe easy. Yes, breathe easy and have a safe day, folks. And we're going to be exiting stage left here and get our day started. And day brings. And again, I do appreciate everyone that was here as far as in the chat. Greatly appreciated. And also those that might have been watching the broadcast in the background. Thank you very much. As far as that goes, greatly appreciated. And also those that are listening on the replay, we'll be repurposing this momentarily after we get off air. I end up putting it up on the air there, or start the process in like less than 5 minutes and stuff, downloading and uploading and all that. So with that, you can find me I'm Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich over on X, where is my mainstay on the social media feeds, and I'm on a host of others. Just Google at Fireman Rich and you'll see where else I'm at. But I'm primarily over there on X at Fireman Rich. So you all have a great one wherever you may be on this big blue marble. Live life, have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care, folks. Thanks again. Great show. We'll see you back Friday. Ciao for now.